Brando and Todd.
Hey, Chad!
Welcome to Ball Busters, a show for fans by fans, from who's hot to who's not, to what's on the menu for the tailgate and everything in between. I'm your host, Liz Taylor, and with me, as always, my co-host, the Wizard of Fuzz, Danny Feedback.
Hey, come on!
The guru of good brew, our voice of reason, Brando.
What's up, guys? Let's drink some brews.
And the man without a plan, Big T, Little Odd Todd.
Here I am.
If you've got a sport, chances are there's a ball involved that needs to be busted. Who am I going to start with? I don't even know who I'm going to start with. I think I'm going to start with Danny. He looks suspicious over there. What's up, Danny?
Lots of stuff going on, man. Lots of games going on. You know, the big game on next week. There's a lot of stuff to do. Don't you agree, Todd?
Oh, boy.
I do. I've seen you got a new set of car keys there.
What are you talking? Don't you bring that up now.
I'm sorry.
Come on.
I'm bad. I didn't
Easy
realize
now.
that.
I've got clear eyes.
Come on.
Easy.
Only with those.
How long did it take you to do your hair? Because it looks good. You look like a movie star.
Finally, getting the cred I've been trying
Yeah.
to give myself for years.
Can you come do my hair, Danny?
Really?
I'll do something for you.
He spent the whole afternoon over at Aunt Shirley's getting the rollers out.
Don't you make your own gel, Danny? Your own hair gel for women?
No, you know who makes my hair gel?
I don't want to know.
Ocho Cinco.
The gloves are off.
You got some...
No,
I just-
Oh, yeah, they are. You have to take them off eventually.
I'm just picturing Cameron Diaz moment right here.
Oh, yeah. That was a good moment. Cameron Diaz.
She's not that hot, but I see why everyone thinks she's
Whatever.
hot. I don't think she's that hot.
Well,
At all.
In real life, I guess she has a twin sister. Do you guys know that? She's one of very...
But she's hotter.
Maybe. I don't know. I actually... I think Cameron's a little hotter.
I don't like your tone, Liz.
You have no plan, Todd.
All that time wasted in the shower.
What's your plan for Well, that's some kind of plan.
What's going on, Todd?
Well, I've been, rejoicing. Had a good weekend of football last weekend. Enjoying it.
You sure did.
I enjoyed every last pick of Tom Brady throwing over towards the
Was
great
it
Mike Evans. Every pass seemed to be intercepted. He threw over
3
that way,
picks?
but I don't care.
Was it 3 picks?
I think there were 3 punts.
3 picks.
There
yeah.
were 3 punts.
Tom
is pretty
Brady
much what
threw.
they were.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
And
pretty
they
much
punted right
equivalent
away,
punts.
yeah.
So, well, that was a punt. All those were deep passes. I mean, it sucks you did the last one. But anyway. Also, y'all ready to get into NBL, MBW?
Come on.
That's what you're doing. If we ain't forced to listen.
Oh, my God.
Here's Big T, Little Odd with the NBL and the NBW of the week.
All right. This is Big T, Little Odd, and I'm here to bring you the NBL, MBW for last week and this week. So, over the last week, let's go back to history first. So, back on January 30th, 1994, Dan Jansen sets the world record in ice skating in the 500 meters with a 35.76 second. Like, I grew up, I used to love watching ice skating, especially the speed skating was kind of cool. Speed skate, not so much the figure skating, but like the actual speed skating is really fun to watch. So.
When they're using those skates that are like 2 feet long.
I know, but like the same guy wins like
That's
everything
scary.
and all those events, which is pretty cool. Also, back January 30th, 1996, we have Magic Johnson comes out of retirement after 5 years to help the Lakers beat Golden State 128-118, posting 16 points, 8 rebounds, and 10 assists. And what would be, I believe that was his final year too.
That's when he came back after surviving HIV. And
Yeah, I think his last game was the All-Star game in 91. I think.
92. It was in Orlando.
Yeah, 92. It was the last. Yeah, that was his last game, and it was the All-Star game where they kind of like had a.
I remember that.
Yeah, that was a big moment in like medical history and everything. I mean, now you don't really even hear that as a threat.
No, not like it was. And also politically, it was this very scary thing, and there was just so much around this guy.
It was a stereotype. Yeah, and it turned out to have that right there was what broke the stereotype for it.
A bit, yeah.
Really, it was. Anywho, let's move on. Another thing that happened here this recently, February 1st, 1962, Major League Baseball decided to go to a longer schedule and moving the game schedule to 162 games a year.
Yep.
which changed a lot of stats. A lot of the guys before that were cheated from extra games. What was the schedule before that?
154.
154.
Yeah.
Okay, so they lost
And
8 games.
8 games, yeah.
Why just 8 games did you add, though? I mean, would you not add more games?
Expansion, more teams.
No. Yeah. Okay, well, that's kind of true, too. NFL did it. What, they go 14 to 16 and then now they're going 16 to 17?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and also, I mean, I have a hard time calling this guy. I didn't call anybody else anything else in history. But we do have a borderline. He's a natural-born loser and winner. But this one thing that happened makes him an NBL for sure. And that was on January 31st, 2000. A great NFL legend was accused of double homicide because of a street
Ray
fight.
Lewis.
How did you? I knew you would know the criminals. I knew you. I mean, Ray Lewis is hard to argue with, though. Who knows the whole story? If his buddy just took it for him, took the fall for him, get him out of trouble. But he went on to win a Super Bowl a little bit later than that. I think he might have won 2. I think
He won 2.
He won 2. Ed Reed, the boys.
Yep.
That was arguably. Yeah, he's a top. I mean, top
Scary
2
dude.
linebacker ever. I think he's top 2. It's hard to ever find.
I met that guy
Anybody
because
greater
he
than
lives in Lake Mary now, like not too far from
met
here.
him?
And and he when you talk to that when that guy talks to you, like he peers directly into your eyes.
He's a
Like,
reverend.
You know how rare it is for like to talk to somebody and have them look you directly in the eyes?
Yeah.
And when he does, he has this crazy like the way he looks at you, it's like you know at any moment you're my bitch, right? That's the way he kind of looks at you. It's crazy, but
Pretty
it's
scared.
yeah. Oh
Well,
yeah, scary guy.
Did you take your pants down?
I would if he had said go, I would have gone.
Yeah, what
like
do you-
at that point, you kind of feel like you're like,
So, if
I'm-
in a
I'm
case
kinda-
of fight or flight, you
yeah, yes, yeah.
I'm more concerned about like what size were the guys that decided. I mean, were it like regular sized people like us decide we're going to pick a fight with Ray Lewis and the boys, or were they some big meatheads? You know?
Yeah,
I mean, that dude. No, It's
frat
like-
kids.
Yeah, he's like running Terry Catledge in the alley.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You're going the other way. Yeah. All right. We got a few birthdays too. We'll start off with 2000, or actually, damn, I'm so dyslexic. February 1st, 1987, a UFC legend was born. All-American pro wrestler, actress, author, mixed martial artist, and Judokan.
Actress.
Yep, Judokan champion. UFC women bantamweight champion, 6 defenses, Olympic bronze, judo, 70 kilograms. Born in Riverside, California, and that's Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, well, she changed UFC forever.
Also, you forgot.
I know, but she's the only reason that they ever brought women into the UFC.
Mm-hmm.
Dana White saw her, said, "You know what? I think we might have something here."
3-time WWE Women's Champion, also.
Yeah,
That's probably the most important part.
yeah, I
of it.
know.
Oh yeah, of course.
I know.
Yeah.
But we've had a couple guys
Actually,
we've
those are
talked about
great.
here
If you
recently.
watch any of that, that's very entertaining.
She's one of the few like there's only like a handful of female wrestlers that when you watch it for me as like a lifelong wrestling fan where I watch it and I go yeah I can buy that
Yeah, but
'Cause
why is
she
that?
looks because she has the way that she wrestles and the way that she talks like you believe that she can kick somebody's ass.
No,
Who did
because
she
I know,
lose
I know,
against?
but she grew up wrestling with old 40-year-old men doing judo.
Oh, yeah.
Judo's all about throwing, learning how to fall, which fits right into
And
WWE.
also the rowdy
and the
Ronda
acting.
Rousey gimmick just
Yeah.
because Roddy Piper
Rarely.
you know, rest in peace, Roddy Piper. Roddy Piper loved her, watching her fight in the UFC. So he gave her his jacket before he passed and gave her permission to use the name Rowdy Ronda Rousey. So, yeah.
Oh, man.
Who did she
gimmick.
lose to? That big fight.
Oh, Holly Holm?
Was it Holly
Oh,
Holm?
no. It wasn't
Yeah.
Holly Holm. It was
Yeah.
Amanda Nunes.
No,
Amanda-
it was also Holly Holm.
Holly Holm, she lost
Oh,
to. I
Holly
know-
Holm was
yeah.
the first one. Yeah,
First
yeah,
one
okay,
was,
correct.
yeah.
Then Misha Tate took it from Holly Holm. Then
Yeah.
Holly
I
Holm
want a
lost it to
rematch.
Amanda Nunes. And
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Got it.
I think your boyfriend Connor's also going to get into WWE.
He should. If I was him, I would. You make a lot more money and you don't have to get
come
punched
on.
in the mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
After
Yeah.
you took that
Oh,
whooping
let's
from
just get
Dustin.
over that. That's your later crap there. I mean, and that what's going to bring me to an NBL this weekend anyway, since you brought yourself into this. And it happens to be Brando.
Oh, why? Because I didn't bet on Dustin like I should have.
No?
I'm kicking myself for that.
Because you didn't pick one football pick right all of last weekend.
Really?
You're the only one to throw a big old goose egg out there.
Man.
Yeah,
I have to
I don't
give you
even
that one. So
I don't
you
even
did get
participate.
Poirier
Not,
right.
I got one right.
I mean, yeah, so,
I stopped
I don't even
paying.
pay attention that much.
all right, back to birthdays. We've been talking about NBL, which is not Negro Baseball League, and a couple guys were actually born here recently on the same day. Not same day, but not same year. We have January 31st, 1919. Jackie Robinson was born, who was the first African American and Major League Baseball player, first African American Major League Baseball player, and he was playing for the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Yep.
And he did nothing but change the game of all sports, not just baseball, but all sports for all African American athletes and pretty much for every fan.
Yeah.
I mean, it changed not only did it change that, it changed a lot of all culture. That was a huge moment, and sports is the only thing that heals any sort of tension. Also, on
Wait,
the 31st.
go back to that. Go back. I got something to say about that.
I know, but this other guy ties in good with it, too.
Okay.
Also on the 31st of January, 1931, Mr. Cub was born, Ernie Banks.
Oh yeah.
So you link those two guys together, born on the same date on the 31st of January.
Yeah.
And they...
Capricorn's rule, baby.
Yeah, they had some big moments.
Oh yeah.
Ernie Banks had, the greatest catch ever, probably?
No, that was Willie Mays, but Ernie Banks was the lifelong Cub player, 500 home run. I think he was the first 500 home run hitter in the Cubs franchise history, and hit his 500 home run at Wrigley Field at home. That video, if you ever get a chance to go on YouTube and look up Ernie Banks' 500th home run, it's awesome. You're watching that diehard fan base that they have in Chicago, and being able to do that at home with all your fans at home. Oh, it's like...
Well, they're both natural-born legends.
Oh, yeah.
I would have to tell you.
Sure.
Then we got a couple deaths.
Yeah.
Well, we got more than a couple.
Yeah.
We have February 1st, 2012. Angelo Dundee passed.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
American boxing trainer and quarterman for Muhammad Ali from 60 to 81. And 15 world boxing champions. Died at 90. I mean, he's another person who changed a lot. He was a big influence in culture.
And also, one of his big claims to fame is that he was the trainer for Muhammad Ali when he beat George Foreman in Zaire in 1974, the Rumble in the Jungle, where Ali finally regained the championship, beat George Foreman in Zaire. If you have a chance, there's a documentary called When We Were Kings, which is great to watch because at that time in Zaire, they had been under like a 4-month drought, no rain. Like, all the crops are dying, and just as Ali knocks out Foreman, the rain starts coming down, and you see all of these people in the stadium, and they're all jumping up and down
I
and
feel
cheering.
like
They're cheering more for the rain and for their
shorten up
sustenance.
our
And also,
topics.
he ended up coming back and training George Foreman for his comeback in the 80s, and he trained George Foreman when he won the championship in 94 against Michael Moore 20 years later.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Dude's a stud.
Well, we can keep talking about... I got one more dead guy. And he just passed recently, 129 of 2020. And that's a Hall of Fame college basketball coach, John Chaney.
Oh, Temple.
Yeah, from Temple Owls. I mean, he passed. He was a coach for the Temple Owls for 24 seasons, having 516 record of wins to 253 losses, 17 NCAA tournament appearances, and leading the Owls to be ranked number one at one time in a season, 87, 88. And he also coached their actual coach that they have now. Like, he coached him. He went on to the NBA. McKee.
Yeah.
I can't think of his first name right now, but McKee, and he's actually their coach right now. So, Temple Owls, he was a big
that
change,
guy
too.
coached the coach who's coaching for Temple now.
Right.
Yes.
Right,
Oh,
right.
wow.
But
That's
he
cool.
also
That's
coached.
really cool.
He held one of those positions like a Bobby Bowden.
Yeah.
He held a long tenure, and
Front office.
yeah, I mean, to hold that for that long is really impressive.
Oh, yeah.
But I want to get into the NBLs and NBWs right now.
Okay.
So,
All right.
first NBW is going to be Brandon Niebauer. Does anybody know who this guy is?
Not at all.
Oh my! Did you watch the beginning of the Kansas City Chiefs game?
A little bit.
Oh.
Okay. Well, this guy happened to perform the national anthem.
Oh, the guitar player.
Yeah, the guitar
Yeah.
player on his guitar, and he just owned it.
Yeah,
It's
that was great. I
completely
watched it.
Like, it was original, and he's a young fella. He looked like kind of Krusty the Clown up there. He had hair worse than yours.